Hi, I'm Jon Monks from Shepherd's Walks. I was originally born in St Helens in the northwest of England, enrolled in the local agricultural college and studied agriculture for 3 years. It gave me a great opportunity to try all different types of agriculture, and from there I went out to the Isle of Man and got a job out there. When I came to Northumberland, I fell in love with it, and I started shepherding up here. I'd always been a keen walker, so I walked with a lot of people from city backgrounds, and they were always very interested about the landscape and very much looking at it from a shepherd's perspective. So I thought, well, actually, I perceive you could make a living out of this. So I started writing walking guides, and what made them unique, and still do to this day, is that I write everything from a shepherd's perspective. So I try and incorporate my knowledge of landscape and the way it's worked into the guides, just to make it a little bit more of an experience. I launched my first website in 1999. I made it in a wonderful program called Microsoft Publisher. My website got featured in the Radio Times in an article that was named "The Web Was Made for Walking." And I realised there and then, it dropped on me from above, it's marketing, isn't it? So I wrote a press release to 3 or 4 papers, and within the next month I appeared in each of them and my sales went up. So this business called Shepherd's Walks started. We do guided walks, do holidays, sell all sorts of things. 3 years ago I stopped shepherding full time. We now have a shop. We do tremendous online. It's our main income, really. A lot of our trade is done online. It's the cornerstone of our business. We've got 3 websites in total. This is our main Shepherd's Walks website, which is where the business first started. And on this, we do all our training days, our guided walks. Individuals can choose a guided walk. Click on it, it comes up with more information. It tells the customer how many places are left on the walk, and they can book the places on it. But the main part of Shepherd's Walks is where we first started, is me writing walking guides. And on here, this is where you can buy the walking guides that I write. So you can select whether you want a moderate walk in Northumberland, and it brings up all the moderate walks in Northumberland. The customers can sign up to a free monthly e-newsletter down the bottom. And I'd actually do 3 newsletters a month covering each of the areas that we have. We have Northumberland, Cumbria and the Scottish borders. And we've got 18,500 subscribers in total to the 3 newsletters. And I send out monthly newsletters, and in that I let people know what's going on in the walking world, what's going on in Northumberland, if it's a Northumberland newsletter. I let them know what's going on the walks. If I had a customer who's seen otters or something on the walks, I let my customers know. We're in a very competitive market online. In this country. The difference between when I started and what's happening now is there's a lot of the big boys come in and kind of nudging us. So it's a very competitive, and the customer's quite savvy now. They're kind of looking for bargains. We're not the cheapest people doing walking holidays, but we're really looking at the top end of the market. A lot of American customers and a lot of European customers who are willing to pay that little bit extra for something special, because actually it's the holiday of a lifetime, rather than a budget person in this country who's trying to look for a cheap walk along Hayden's Wall Trail. Keeping the relationship with the customer's king. The customer is the most important bit in our business. So reply to emails quickly, keep on top of your website, and you can't really have a week off. You've got to pay someone to keep an eye on your website, because actually it's so important. We're quite often the first port of call for people visiting the area. If you're a walker, the first thing you do is put in walking into Google or Yahoo or whichever search engine, and that's how you start planning your holiday, isn't it? We are totally part of the tourism industry. We are tourism. When I first started the business, 70% of my customers, this is in the late 90s, early 70% of the customers were local people, and 30% of them from outside the region. And now it's completely opposite. 75% of my customers are from outside the northeast of England, and 25% of them are within. So there's always new people coming each year to Northumberland or the northeast of England, walking, or Cumbria on the boards. They're the 2 areas we cover. So that's a market that's always evolving, and hopefully we can keep those people happy. Running your own business is the most exciting thing in the world. It is absolutely brilliant. It's like, I say this, and I am not a gambler, but it's like playing the lottery every day. You switch that computer on in the morning, and you don't know if your website's taken nothing or taken £1,000. And to be honest, if you like a buzz in your life, it's absolutely brilliant. Well, you have to be passionate, haven't you? You speak to your customers. You've got to believe passionately in what you're selling. You've got to tell them why it's good. Why you believe in what you're doing. Do you know what? If you don't believe in your products, don't do it. You've got to be passionate, and that comes over. I do a lot of speaking around the country, and people always sum me up without even knowing about the One North East Walking. I say, actually, that's passion. This guy's got a passion. We are personal people, and that's what we're going to hit, these niche markets and be passionate. Simple but straightforward.